The largest and richest student startup competition kicks off in 3, 2, 1. This year's lineup is the largest cohort in the competition's history. We're thrilled to welcome 54 startups from 44 universities in 6 countries, zooming in from all around the world. They've polished their decks, refined their business models, and prepared their pitches to dazzle hundreds of our judges, who are investors, specialists, and entrepreneurs themselves. From decarbonization to agtech, from personalized medicine to digital health, from edtech to fintech, to consumer products and more. These entrepreneurs are ready to revolutionize industries and change the world. But it's anyone's guess who comes out on top. It's go time. Welcome back to the 2021 Rice Business Plan Competition, home to big ideas and brilliant startups.
Hello, I'm Brad Burke, the Managing Director of the Rice Alliance for Technology and Entrepreneurship, and we're so excited to be welcoming you to the 21st Annual and second virtual Rice Business Plan Competition. The Rice Business Plan Competition is the largest and richest student startup competition on the planet. In 2021, we had such an impressive group of applicants that we've expanded the competition by about 30% to 54 startups from India and Thailand all the way across the world to Germany. We've expanded the virtual competition this year to enable judges to have more interaction with the startup teams. Today, we're kicking off the competition, but this isn't day one for the startups. Last week was the practice round to provide mentoring for each of the teams. Tomorrow is the first round of the pitch competition, followed by the semifinals on Thursday, and these rounds are for judges only. The live finals will take place on Friday, and everyone is welcome to watch on our YouTube channel. Judges, thank you for your time and commitment to give back, provide mentoring, and support for this year's competitors. We hope that you leave inspired, energized, and excited. Know that you have a big impact on these aspiring entrepreneurs. This competition would not be possible without the support of our great sponsors. Thanks for all your continued support in enabling us to provide more than $1 million in prizes again this year. Thanks to Goose Capital for the $350,000 investment grand prize. Goose Capital has invested more than $20 million in past RBPC winners. The second place finisher will receive a $100,000 investment prize, and third place will receive a $50,000 investment prize. Thanks to John Finger of Finger Interest, David Anderson and the Anderson Family Fund, Greg Novak and Tracy Druce for providing these prizes. And last year's winner of $100,000, Nanopath, will provide an update during this year's awards presentation on Friday. The 4th through 7th place overall winners of the competition will each receive a $5,000 cash prize. Thank you to Norton Rose Fulbright, EY, Chevron Technology Ventures, and Shell Ventures for supporting these prizes. In fact, Norton Rose Fulbright, EY, and Shell were founding supporters of the competition and have supported us for 21 years, and Chevron has supported us for more than 15. In addition to our prizes based on overall scores from our judges, we have a number of investment, cash, and in-kind prizes. The Al Investment Group has invested more than $4 million in RBPC startups who will again be offering a prize this year of $100,000 or more. The Houston Angel Network will again provide a $100,000 investment prize. Thank you to the Artemis Fund, who will provide a $100,000 investment prize to a woman-led startup. TMC Innovation will provide the $100,000 healthcare investment prize, which also provides one coveted slot for a startup to participate in the TMCX Bootcamp. And thank you to the Thai Houston Angels for providing their $100,000 investment prize. And a $50,000 prize for the best pediatric device startup will be provided by the Southwest Pediatric Device Consortium, Baylor College of Medicine, and Texas Children's Hospital. New this year, we were excited to have the Business Angel Minority Association providing a $50,000 investment prize. The Rice Alliance is proud to welcome them to this year's competition and to support their mission. Thank you to Pulcinelli for providing the Energy Innovation and Tech Innovation prizes totaling $30,000. Thank you to Encourage and the Encourage Investment Group for providing their $25,000 Courageous Women Entrepreneur Prize. New this year, the Urban Capital Network will provide a $25,000 investment prize. The Urban Capital Network was established to make investing in venture capital opportunities available to everyone. The Peril and Economic Development Corporation will provide the $25,000 cash prize to a startup that exemplifies the spirit of entrepreneurship. A great opportunity for Texas startups is the $10,000 Best of Texas cash prize provided by the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Another cash award returning this year is the $20,000 Johnson & Johnson Innovation J-Labs Life Science Award, which will go to the top life science startup at the competition. We're also welcoming back this year the Eagle Investors to select their $5,000 cash prize. The Eagle Investors are a group of high school students learning more about investing. This prize is made possible by WG Consulting. You will hear more about them in a few minutes, but a big thank you to the Mercury Fund, who will provide the cash prize for the elevator pitch competition. And thanks to the Embarsi family for sponsoring the People's Choice Prize. A new prize sponsor, but a longtime supporter, is Baker Botts. They will provide up to $20,000 of in-kind legal services to the top 3 winners. OFW Law will again provide their FDA Regulatory Strategy $20,000 in-kind prize. To help our startups in continuing building their successful businesses, the Silver Fox Advisors will select 3 startups to provide $20,000 worth of mentoring. We're also grateful for the in-kind support of Entrepreneurs Future Network and iCatalyst that organized the mentoring for the startups prior to the competition. And thanks to the Capital Factory, Thai Global, and Amazon Web Services. A really exciting aspect for our winners is the ability to go ring the NASDAQ bell in New York City. Thank you to all of our prize sponsors for supporting our student entrepreneurs. You make the Rice Business Plan Competition the world's largest and richest student startup competition in the world. We are proud to host the competition here in Houston at the Jones Graduate School of Business at Rice University. In addition to our prize sponsors, we have a number of supporters that help with this competition. Thank you to our Diamond Underwriters, Poetic Systems that built our judging platform, and to Wells Fargo. And thank you also to our Platinum Underwriters, Accenture, Greater Houston Partnership, Insperity, PKF, and Saudi Aramco Energy Ventures. The GHP made possible our Houston Appreciation Boxes that went out to all of our startup teams, giving them a howdy from Houston. And thanks to PKF Texas, the official auditor of the RBPC, ensuring the tabulation of scores is accurate. Thank you to our Gold Underwriters, BBVA, the Ion, and Total. We're excited to announce that in 2022, when we're back in person, we'll be hosting a portion of the competition at the Ion, the new startup hub being launched by Rice. Additionally, thank you to all of our Silver Underwriters, and thank you to all of our Bronze Underwriters. We are proud to be part of a collaborative entrepreneurial ecosystem. Thank you to all our community supporters. An RBPC tradition for the past 16 years, I want to introduce Brad Richards from Haynes & Boone to help us kick off the elevator pitch competition. Brad, welcome.
Thank you, Brad. You all probably know that Houston survived a week of frigid weather in February, but we're no Chicago. If you're from Chicago, you know what cold really is. Brr. And you also know about Marshall Field's, the dominant department store that Macy's acquired in 2005. Mr. Marshall Field, who founded that famous store, once said, "Goodwill is the only asset that your competition cannot undersell or destroy." Think about that. Goodwill's the only thing your competition can't take away from you. Where's goodwill on your balance sheet? You won't find it until you sell or merge your company, when it will be reflected as an intangible asset. But just because it isn't a number right now, doesn't mean that it doesn't matter now. If you want investors, you need customers. If you want customers, you want people to value what you provide. And if you want to create value like that, well, you need to know what matters to others. Fundamentally, that means each of you should ask yourselves the same question that I ask myself right before speaking to you. What do people expect from me? For this speech, it was easy. You expect me not to be boring. If I've already failed, then as a guy with gray hair, I think I'm entitled to say, don't do as I do as I say. But what about you? What do people want from your business? Since goodwill is the only asset no one can take away, it pays to invest in it. How? My prescription: work with integrity, be honest, require excellence, and keep your promises. Haynes & Boone has built its goodwill by delivering excellent client service. For over 50 years, we work with integrity and we expect it from others. This is my 20th year as a judge and my 16th year welcoming everyone to the greatest business plan competition on earth. Here you are. Will you do good? The good will. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Brad. We know the past year has been challenging for all of us, but in true entrepreneurial fashion, the founders you will see today and over the next 3 days have shown real grit and determination. Half of the largest companies in America were founded during times of recession, and we have big expectations from this year's startups. Now it's time to get our very first event of the competition started, the Elevator Pitch Competition, sponsored by the Mercury Fund. To tell you more, here is Samantha Lewis, principal at Mercury Fund, an early-stage venture capital firm headquartered in Houston, Texas, down the street from Rice University. Mercury has over $300 million under management and invests in entrepreneurs and innovation across Middle America that are focused on SaaS, cloud, and data science AI platforms, enabling the digital transformation of markets and industries.
Thanks, Catherine. This is my 5th year to be involved with RBPC. First as a volunteer, second as a competitor, and now as a judge. RBPC is intense, rewarding, and fun, especially for the winners. So with that, I'm excited to introduce you to the 54 startups competing this year. The Elevator Pitch Competition will give you the opportunity to see all 54 of these startups in just 54 short minutes. As all of these founders already know, it's important to show your product, your passion, and how you're going to build an awesome business. Let's get started. Each pitch is 60 seconds long and is given by a member of the startup team. If you're a judge, please log on to the judging platform by Poetic Systems, click on Elevator Pitch Competition, and get ready to rate each startup on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is excellent. Score each elevator pitch on its persuasiveness, effectiveness, and ability to spark your interest. Score each pitch as soon as it is completed. Once you finish rating all 54 pitches, click Submit at the end. Once you get the confirmation screen, you are finished. Judges, once again, log on now to the judging platform at rbpc.poetic.io and navigate to the Elevator Pitch Competition tab. Scoring will close 10 minutes after the last pitch is over. You must watch all 54 pitches and score each one in order to submit your scores. The top 5 elevator pitches will be announced at our awards ceremony on Friday, April 9th at 1:30 p.m. and receive the Mercury Fund cash prizes. Let's begin.
Padma Agrobotics is an agricultural robotics company that provides AI-based robots for weed removal and other farming operations. Our robots significantly increase revenue for farmers and provide incremental improvement in crop yield. Weed removal is an integral task of agriculture, and farmers in the United States spend more than $6 billion per year on weed removal. The current options are manual weed removal, which is expensive, and chemical weed removal, which can be cost-effective but also has a significant negative impact on the environment. To address these challenges, we provide robots powered by artificial intelligence for mechanically removing weeds. These robots provide the benefits of manual weed removal at a lower price point and provide crop monitoring data that farmers can use to monitor yields. We will be providing the weed removal operation as a service to farmers. Initially, we will focus on lettuce and vegetable farms which cannot use herbicides due to regulations. Weed removal for these farms represents a $140 million market. We plan to expand our focus to cotton crops after lettuce and vegetables.
I'm Mitch Gilbert. I'm the CEO of Oya Femtech Apparel, and we invented the first OBGYN-approved legging. The e-retail leggings market with a femtech spin is over $29 billion and growing quickly. But our incumbents do not think about vaginal health, so they make leggings that harm vaginal health. Conversely, women love our leggings so much that on our launch day this past Friday, March 19th, we 100% sold out of a few sizes, and we only have 33% of our inventory left. Our launch generated over $7K in revenue and over a 7x return on customer acquisition costs. Our customers are recent moms, athletes, and perimenopausal women because they have vaginal health problems. Our competitive advantages are us being the first OBGYN-approved legging, us targeting customers whose vaginal health issues are ignored by incumbents, and our provisional utility patent. Exit strategies are us being acquired or us licensing our brand and tech. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to sharing more.
I'm Lucas Fining, founder and CEO at Acacia Biotechnology. The United States has a $2.5 billion market in transfusing over 13 million units of red blood cells every single year. However, because all transfusible red blood still originates from actual human donors, hospitals continually struggle to maintain a supply of disease-free donor blood. As new safety concerns constantly arise, shortages persist, and costs continue to grow. At Acacia, our proprietary solution is erythrocin, which is produced by taking ethically sourced stem cells and genetically engineering them to transform into actual human red blood cells, all in a laboratory. This laboratory production environment will allow erythrocin to be pathogen-free, universally compatible, and synthesized on demand, so that supply no longer relies on human donors. Acacia has raised over $150,000 in non-dilutive funding, including a National Science Foundation I-Corps Teams grant. We've used this funding to conduct proof-of-concept studies where our lab experimentally grew actual human red blood cells from stem cells. And now with this foundational research complete, we are looking to raise a $500,000 pre-seed round in 2021 to build an MVP. Thank you.
My name is William Colton. I'm the co-founder and inventor behind Baldero Pharmaceuticals. We're developing a novel hydrogel coating to prevent one of the most common hospital-acquired infections as reported by the Centers for Disease Control. Our coating is used on catheters to prevent catheter-associated urinary tract infections, which cause a $1.7 billion economic burden on the healthcare industry annually. With the $50,000 we originally raised, we've been able to outfit a BSL-2 laboratory in Stillwater, Oklahoma, where we've done species-specific trials and developed a minimum viable product to treat the 3 leading causes of catheter-associated urinary tract infections. We plan on reaching the $350,000 first place prize money through the Rice Business Plan competition to help us proceed through animal trials and prepare for our preclinical IND application. We've also received a verbal match through the Innovation to Entrepreneurship program for that $350,000 prize money. We really appreciate this opportunity and look forward to competing. Thank you.
We all love someone who has been affected by cancer, a parent, a sibling, a friend, and you probably know firsthand how brutal the treatments can be. At Carkinex, we believe in a world where all cancer patients can have access to high-quality, minimally invasive care, and we are creating the technologies to make that possible. Our first product addresses cervical cancer, the 4th leading cause of cancer death among women. The most effective treatment option for late-stage cervical cancer is a radiation treatment called brachytherapy. But even as far as cancer treatments go, this procedure is complex, invasive, painful, and archaic, and as a result, it's underutilized. However, the Carkinex brachytherapy applicator radically simplifies and improves treatment for advanced cervical cancer. The device enables a procedure that is safer, easier, faster, and more effective, so we can provide the 570,000 women diagnosed each year with the life-saving care that they deserve.
Hello everyone, my name is Rohan, and I'm the CTO and one of the co-founders of Early Intervention Systems. At EIS, we're committed to reducing patient agitation and financial burdens while providing a system of wellness management that fosters longevity. Our main goal is to assist long-term care facilities that struggle managing their at-risk and agitated residents by providing a proactive solution using validated machine learning models. In turn, we plan to mitigate the high turnover rates among caregivers that is an estimated $50 billion problem in these facilities. We aim to reduce this burden through our B2B SaaS model, and ultimately, we plan to reduce patient agitation nationwide.
Hi, my name is Will Glory, and I'm the CEO of Anima Iris, a high-fashion brand that uses modern infrastructure to bring luxury products like this, handcrafted in Africa, to global mainstream markets to disrupt the $350 billion luxury industry. We launched 14 months ago with handbags, and within this trial period, we made $200,000 in revenue and captured an online following of 33,000 followers. This proved that people do in fact want culturally inspired products that are sustainable, fair trade, handmade in Africa, while also reflecting the values that are really important to their identity. We have an incredible 20% repeat customer rate, and the high demand has pushed our lead time up to 6 weeks. Therefore, we're raising $1 million to reduce this lead time, expand our distribution channels, and create a global e-commerce fulfillment system. We'll become a $1 billion empire by growing into other category offerings while maintaining our Made in Africa roots and the values that make us who we are.
We are creating a non-invasive over-the-counter medical device that allows one to test themselves or their kids for strep throat. Each year in the United States, there are 40 million doctor visits for sore throat, and to determine if a sore throat is actually strep throat, a bacterial infection that requires antibiotics, a patient needs to be tested. This requires swabbing the tonsil, a pretty uncomfortable experience, and if your result is negative, a culture is sent which can take days to return. Alternatively, you could choose our device. It works by technology similar to that of a breathalyzer by sensing chemicals made by the bacteria. You just blow into our device for 30 seconds and read your result within minutes. Our accuracy is superior to that of a rapid strep test, so a negative result does not require a culture. And if you do have strep throat, you can connect to a telehealth physician to receive an antibiotic prescription electronically and get treatment started right away. I'm Dr. Sarah Jendeska, co-founder of Blue Comet Medical Solutions, and we look forward to meeting you soon. Thank you.
4 billion trees are cut down each year due to paper packaging. So recycled packaging is the sustainable solution. But it's weak. $260 billion is lost each year due to shipment damages from weak recycled packaging. So box manufacturers must offer their customers strong, affordable boxes. So here's where we come in. We're Renew, and we developed Cellunate, a patented biocoating solution that can increase strength by 80%, waterproof, promote upcycling, and decrease costs. We're working with 4 packaging companies, including Southeast Asia's largest manufacturer, from whom we've received investment and partnership offers, as well as from Japan's leading chemical company. This is a $2 billion market with 4% annual growth. We projected an IRR of 160% from sales and licensing agreements. So this is a great investment opportunity. Let's talk.
Luckily, we're all wearing clothes right now. But the fabric that covers us is also one of the biggest polluters on our planet. I know this because my childhood playground in Asia is now a textile dumpster. I'm Shelly from Shelly Shoe Design. We're on a mission to change this, and what I'm wearing is the solution. This is one of our zero waste designs. It's zero fabric and water waste, reducing our carbon footprint by over 80%. It's supported by our trade secret design method and scaled through proprietary AI. It's made from local textile waste, so every jacket is a step closer to a clean planet. We turn waste into beauty and profit. By merging design and engineering, we reduce our production costs by 55%. Our elegant designs have been sold out, invited to all major fashion weeks, and attracted over 22,000 followers on Instagram. We will now go from product to platform. Our genetic algorithm allows us to scale zero waste to any style, any brand. We will bring a new generation of clothing designs that looks beautiful on our bodies and restores our planet.
Transfoam is creating a disruptive platform technology to tackle and eliminate plastic pollution. Using synthetic biology, our engineered microorganisms are capable of turning waste into fully biodegradable plastic. The biodegradable plastic we'll be making is called PHB, or polyhydroxybutyrate, which is a metabolic intermediate. This fact alone allows it to biodegrade in the environment faster than any other biodegradable polymer currently on the market. However, we're not using it because manufacturers have had trouble scaling fast enough to meet demand. By using engineered microorganisms and a waste feedstock, our bioprocess will be both more scalable and more sustainable than the leading approach. We've recently assembled our first prototype, and we'll use the SBIR funds we were just awarded to complete its development and to create a market-ready bioprocess. We thank you so much for this opportunity and look forward to speaking with you more.
When the pandemic hit, North American restaurants, like never before, relied on a mess of digital tools like third-party delivery platforms and technologies to stay afloat. It was the moment that I saw my local favorite eatery shut down that we realized we wanted to create an end-to-end digital environment for North American restaurants, like superpowers like WeChat had done overseas. Mentum provides restaurants with QR code ordering tools, 55-inch digital kiosks, these are basically supercharged McDonald's kiosks, and consolidates different delivery platforms into one location. This means that everything from order receiving to analytics can all be done in one location instead of multiple different platforms. Today, Mentum has raised over $200,000, has over 50,000 monthly consumer users, and has $90,000 in annual recurring revenue.
Hi everyone, I'm Chaitanya Gulati, the founder of Nasadya. Almost 70% of all energy generated by power plants is wasted by design. Power plants are required to continuously overproduce energy so that they can match variable demand, causing them to throw away all excess energy. In fact, the transition to variable sources like solar and wind energy will continue to exacerbate this overproduction problem, making it more expensive for energy producers. As the majority of new power plants being built are renewable power plants, overproduction is increasing at an exponential rate every year. At Nasadia, we have developed a proprietary natural compression system that makes it economic to use the carbon-free production process of hydrogen and oxygen generation. This allows us to solve the energy problem by building electrolyzers to convert excess energy from power plants into profitable co-products, green hydrogen and oxygen, thereby converting a money-losing byproduct into two money-making co-products. Thank you.
According to Forbes, 80% of consumers are likely to purchase from a brand that offers them a personalized experience. Consumers and corporations are really looking for a sense of individuality that the current sneaker industry lacks, which led me to my business. My name is Isaiah Kelly, and I'm the founder of Smooth Creations. At Smooth Creations, we focus on customizing shoes. We look to execute brand concepts and offer organizations an opportunity to stand out in a unique way. Additionally, we foster self-expression and give individuals an opportunity to stand out through footwear. So the shoes that you see here on the screen aren't shoes that you can get in a mall or in a store. These are shoes that are uniquely tailored to the client. And an issue with reaching our customers is having the ability to scale custom. We solved this issue with our recently initiated Smooth Studio, the first fully customizable 3D shoe modeling software, which engages the imagination of our clients and customers to curate their own shoe. Although this software just launched in mid-January, we've already secured corporate clients with orders ranging from 200 to 5,000. At Smooth Creations, our motto is to make it yours, to give those who want to stand out an opportunity to do so. Thank you.
Vision loss due to diabetes is the leading cause of preventable blindness. You may not have any symptoms at first, and you won't know that it's damaging your eyes. If it's not detected soon, you will lose vision. At AIRIS, our focus is on expanding early detection. We're integrating novel imaging technology with machine learning capabilities to enable automated eye exams for primary care. Primary care has become a center point for diabetes management. With our product, patients can get screened during their routine doctor appointments without getting their pupils dilated. The time is now to get our technology to market. The FDA has just approved AI-based diagnostic devices, and Medicare now pays for automated eye exams. Our massive database of expert-labeled images, combined with our unique approach to imaging, make us perfectly situated to impact the 34 million people in the United States with diabetes. We're seeking $2 million to round out product development, get our technology in the hands of early adopters, and begin pilot studies. Join us to end preventable blindness.
Hello, everyone. This is Yahya Ala, the co-founder and CTO at Therapeutic. There are over 100 million children with learning difficulties and developmental disorders in the world. Using the current traditional intervention strategies, it takes millions of dollars and tens of years of therapy for one child to lead a normal life. A study from the University of Waterloo proved that using virtual reality-based training on autistic children led to 35% improvements in cognition skills in only 4 months. So having efficient intervention strategies could be a game changer. This is why we have built Therapeutic. We bring the full potential of virtual reality to therapeutics by developing immersive experiences to instill essential life skills to children. Our cloud-based therapeutic solutions provided to therapy centers are customizable, trackable, and affordable. Please join us in our mission to significantly improving the lives of millions of children and their families around the world. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ben Webb with Cerebex Drug Delivery Technologies. Neurological diseases affect millions of people worldwide, and many of these diseases cannot be safely and effectively treated with today's technology. A large reason for this is the blood-brain barrier, a membrane that protects the brain from potentially harmful pathogens and toxins, but is so selective that it prevents over 98% of drugs from entering the brain, hampering the development of treatments. Our solution to this problem is a lipid nanoparticle-based drug delivery platform using neurotransmitter-derived lipidoids to transport a variety of drugs across the blood-brain barrier and into the brain, where they can effectively treat these diseases. We plan to validate our delivery platform through the development of a therapy for Tay-Sachs disease, a rare and deadly condition with no currently available treatment. We will partner with existing pharmaceutical companies to develop treatments for this and other neurological diseases and bring these treatments to market. Right now, we are seeking funding for preliminary testing of our delivery platform and Tay-Sachs treatment. With your help, we can enable the treatments of tomorrow.
There are 4 million babies born in the US alone every year, and they all need to eat. My name's Alyssa Chavez, and my product is EasyFlow, an eco-friendly baby bottle that eliminates the stress of feeding on the go while preserving our planet. Growing up, my mom owned a daycare, so my whole life I've seen hundreds of busy parents juggling running toddlers, hungry, crying babies, all while trying to make a bottle on the go. Filling compartments, spilling formula, and spilling water, all while a hungry baby's crying. I knew there had to be an easier way. We created EasyFlow, an eco-friendly bottle that offers storage for formula and water all within the bottle. When you're ready to feed, twist the lid and the formula and water will be combined. We finished the prototyping phase and are raising our seed round of $500,000. That money will go towards initial manufacturing, marketing, and tooling. With your help, we can eliminate the stress of feeding on the go while preserving our planet. With EasyFlow, feeding on the go is just that easy.
The most common neurosurgery fails 20% of the time. Hubley Surgical has developed the iPhone of medical drilling to fix that. We are 2 neurosurgeons with MBAs, 2 lifelong medical device engineers, and a software engineer, with a combined 50 years of experience in building early-stage startups. The most common neurosurgery is the skull puncture. It's performed 200,000 times a year in the US, and 20% of these result in stroke, hemorrhage, brain infection, and death. Now that actually makes sense when you learn that no matter where you go, even the best of the best neurosurgeons are using this hand-crank drill to perform skull punctures at the bedside. We have multiple patent applications filed for which Hubley owns 100% of the IP. But most importantly, the Hubley safety features will save thousands of lives every year. In total, we can save US hospitals $4 billion on this one procedure. So if you're like us and you don't want this hand-crank drill going into your brain, come talk to us.
We're Candalytics. We're a LiDAR 3D analytics startup solving $1 billion problem, $65 billion to be exact. That's the value of illegal substances that flow into the US every year through the maritime domain. The US Coast Guard, however, shockingly fails to stop 91% of this illegal substance flow. And that's because their current methods of finding drugs on suspected smuggling ships is primitive, slow, and ineffective. It involves physically and painstakingly measuring every interior area on the suspected ship to identify structural anomalies that could be smuggling compartments. This process takes days. And do you want to know what tools they have at their disposal? A tape measure, pen, and paper. But it doesn't have to be this way. With Candalytics, Coast Guardsmen would be able to 3D scan, fully measure, and comprehensively visualize a suspected ship in minutes. Our software analytics then intelligently point operators to the most suspicious areas on that ship to investigate. These efficiencies represent the equivalent of $400 million in time and cost savings, and most importantly, over $1.3 billion of additional illegal narcotics taken off the streets.
We live in a world today surrounded by electromagnetic radiation that causes interferences in our electronic devices. This can cause them to malfunction, which is not critical in our cell phones, but it is fatal in medical devices or electric cars. With the advent of 5G, the need of protecting these devices increases drastically. Sure, this is one way to do it, but there are much better ways. Electromagnetic shielding is a $100 billion market which likely you have never heard of. As manufacturing these materials today are far too expensive, it isn't suited for the mass markets. Good evening, my name is Sean and we are FiberCode. We have invented a patent-protected material made of metal-coated basalt fibers that are 10 times cheaper than current solutions. This allows us to break into the mass markets and even open up new fields of application. We're in the process of filling out the final $1.5 million of our $4.5 million Series A round. Please come join us as we make shielding material affordable for all and our world a safer place.
Hi, I'm Aditi, and I'm the co-founder of Big and Mini, a company that creates meaningful one-on-one connections between young and older adults. Imagine a world where a 71-year-old woman named Carol moves into a nursing home and has nobody to talk to. Now, picture an 18-year-old college freshman, Avery, who came to campus and has struggled to find her place. Both have a similar feeling, loneliness. Now, this isn't hard to imagine because this is the reality for over 200 million Americans, including many of our own loved ones. That's why I co-founded Big and Mini, a platform that connects young adults, minis, and older adults, bigs, to combat loneliness and bridge the generation gap. So, how does it work? After signing up on our website, our matching algorithm connects bigs and minis with similar interests for weekly video calls. These calls are designed to foster long-term connection, regardless of background or location. Big and Mini is how we brought together Carol and Avery, who've been meeting for 10 months and consider each other like family. Since our founding in April, we made over 1,300 matches and achieved 16% weekly growth. We've also been featured in over 40 media outlets, including The Today Show. Join us in ending loneliness, one Big and Mini match at a time.
90% of professionals surveyed through a Monster.com poll indicated they've directly experienced workplace bullying or harassment. I'm Liz Alsbach, co-founder and CEO of Bullyproof from the University of Arkansas. With the shift to remote work, HR executives we interviewed said they expected a reduction in harassment. That hasn't been the case. The problem, as revealed in our customer discovery, is that mandatory HR training, the primary tool for addressing workplace behavior, it's simply not enough. Along with my teammates, Joe and Amanda, we're building an enterprise software platform that reveals early warning indicators of harmful employee communication so HR executives can take action before persistent harassment leads to turnover, catastrophic brand damage, and costly litigation. In a $7 billion HR industry, HR professionals we interviewed said they can't solve what they can't see. They would pay for additional analytics.
Hi, I'm Michael Houston, the CEO of Elevate U, and we help professors turn their existing static and boring learning material into an engaging digital course using AI. A professor uploads their PDFs, PowerPoints, and Zoom lectures, and we consolidate it into a single interactive course that's rich with quizzes, 3D models, and a data dashboard to track metrics and figure out what really works for students. As an academic associate at ASU teaching discipline entrepreneurship and concurrently a student, I saw the need to save professors time, earn them more money, reduce student expenses, and create an amazing digital experience. And that's exactly what we've done at Arizona State University, the City University of New York, and the University of Texas, all places where our product is being used and paid for. We're partnered with a $25 million AR/VR content library, working with OpenStax here at Rice University, exploring partnerships with EdTech unicorns, and we're 8 team members strong. Thank you so much, and Elevate You.
Hi, my name is William McDonald, and I'm the CEO of Flow Waste. Flow Waste is a food analytics platform that reduces food waste for cafeterias, quick service, and fast food. We do that by analyzing what goes in the trash, creating insights to then recommend how to reduce that in the future. And that results in reduced costs of food and reduced labor costs, and also a reduced carbon footprint with the food waste associated. So right now we have 2 live pilots of the software. We have 5 further in our pipeline, and we're really hoping to start scaling that in the coming months. We just raised a $270K pre-seed round, and we're about to start a proper seed round of between 1.2 and 1.5 million in this summer. So thank you so much, and hope to hear from you soon.
SUDEP, or sudden unexpected death, is a terrible risk faced by 3.5 million Americans that suffer from epilepsy. With 4,000 deaths occurring each year from SUDEP, 101,000 years of potential life is lost annually, and this is second only to stroke. There is no device on the market that monitors SUDEP risk, and so parents and caregivers face enormous stress and anxiety as they try to monitor their loved ones. Furthermore, millions of patients wait an average of 1 to 5 months just to enter an epilepsy monitoring unit to receive treatment. Neurava's novel wearable device provides epilepsy patients with a fundamental peace of mind by monitoring and alerting for their SUDEP risk, seizures, cardiac, and respiratory dysfunctions. By transmitting all of this data to a primary care team, we can expedite the treatment process. My name is Vivek Ganesh, and I co-founded Neurava. Our team has more than 70 years of experience in epilepsy and medical devices, and we hope that you will join us as we look to give back control to patients with uncontrolled epilepsy.
KidSwitch is a team of 5 female engineers passionate about improving the built environment. When we found out that there is currently 6 billion square feet of vacant commercial buildings in the US that are already zoned for housing, we set out to design a kit of building components and wall panels to assemble fully functional housing units within a pre-existing structure. As building functions evolve and the demand for housing increases, we need change of use solutions that are more flexible and sustainable than demolishing viable buildings. KitSwitch offers that solution, providing a tool to simplify design for architects, ease installation for contractors, and reduce costs and timelines for developers, all while increasing building stock sustainability.
Hi, I'm Britton. I'm a PhD engineering student and found a problem between social media use and mood. I've spent years working on my research, and between my UX designer, CTO, and I, we've created and fully coded a solution. We're also fortunate to have a selection of advisors that have a background in research, entrepreneurship, and software development. I was the 16th user of MySpace, and when I put MySpace aside and started to use Facebook, the lack of restrictions it gave caused 3 of my friends to commit suicide. After losing my 3rd friend, I set a goal of finding out what I can do to help solve the relationship between social media and mood. 88% of practitioners have recognized that they lack a tool to work with their patients to help in that area. Only 44% of users have meditation and mindfulness apps. This is what we've been working on for years. Our fully coded MVP solution is an automatic mood tracking software that analyzes facial microexpressions and emotions to determine mood decline in young adult social media users. Our software targets which social media content causes mood decline. Results are shared back to the user and sent to their practitioner. Our B2B business model helps practitioners with one-on-one sessions and helps our end users to have a healthy relationship with social media.
Every year, farmers lose money due to 2 main reasons: loss of yield, inefficient labor, and loss of resources. Between 20 to 40% of the yield is lost due to pest damages only. The high cost of labor prevents farmers from regularly monitoring the field. Instead, they use small samples to estimate the health of the entire field. As a result, they detect problems after the damage is done. They treat the entire field rather than treating this problem locally. We introduced Revolut Robotics, the first hybrid rolling flying robot in agriculture. It can operate 10 times longer compared to drones, and rolling and flying allows it to operate in every terrain. By rolling between narrow rows and under canopy, we can collect information on every plant in the field. As a result, we can detect problems before they become an issue. We notify farmers, and as a result, they can treat this problem locally rather than treating the entire field. Your investment allows us to help farmers save money, time, and expensive resources. Thank you.
Currently, there are over 4 million people with aortic stenosis, a cardiovascular disease that is often treated with transcatheter aortic valve replacement surgery, otherwise known as TAVR. While TAVR is effective at treating aortic stenosis, the procedure can result in strokes in as many as 1 out of 30 patients in the month following a TAVR procedure. More than 4 out of 5 patients will experience silent strokes, which lead to poor long-term health outcomes. Our solution, ArchGuard, provides complete cerebral protection during the procedure and is intuitive to deploy. Meanwhile, the only FDA-approved device in the market does not fully protect against stroke as it lacks these critical features. We've conducted extensive interviews with leading cardiologists across the United States who are eager to see our device develop further. Benchtop testing has also shown promise in ArchGuard's ability to effectively prevent causes of stroke. We look forward to sharing more with you about ArchGuard and how our team is dedicated to improving the lives of patients.
My name's Ari, and I'm the Adato CEO. My own GI issues got me realizing that what we stomach in terms of pain as women is not normal. I've now heard stories from nearly 400 women about struggles to resolve their chronic UTIs, feeling isolated in their infertility journeys, and getting told by doctors that the pain is in their head, and much more. Each of us probably knows a woman in our lives who's coped with similar problems, and these problems translates into a large opportunity to improve the healthcare experiences of women. Adato is starting with the 33 million young adult women in the US. We provide them an online content and bookings tool around their women's health. Anyone can log on to access relevant content in a welcoming tone, unlike WebMD, get guidance on what specialties are right for them, and filter based on unique criteria to find and book an appointment with specialists such as OBGYNs to pelvic floor PTs and many more. We've heard enthusiasm from our sample users and providers based on our prototype, and we have ambitious goals to hit by the end of 2021. So thank you for the funding and mentorship opportunities that will help us elevate the status of women in society through their health.
I'm Mit Patel. co-founder of SwiftSkew. We connect the $650 billion convenience store industry with management and analytics. We have 181 paying stores, and we've tracked $100 million in transactions. We've been growing 39% month over month for the last 3 months. My parents came to the US and worked long hours until they could buy their first convenience store. I grew up managing the inventory, price book, and reporting. In fact, 90% of stores are owned by Indian immigrant families like mine. I always knew there had to be a better way than poring over notebooks and crates of old receipts for business insights. SwiftSkew is that better way. The 150,000 convenience stores in the US are overlooked and need great software. And I know that store owners love SwiftSkew because our retention is 100%.
Hi, I'm David, and I'm the CEO of Flow, a Yale and MIT cleantech startup developing a smart, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly solution to tackle ice dams. Our system relies on advanced IoT sensors and machine learning to determine exactly when to respond to ice dam buildup by depositing a non-corrosive, biodegradable, and pet and plant-safe de-icing fluid onto the roof. Compared to existing solutions, Flow's system reduces annual operating costs by more than 40%, and the carbon footprint by more than 99%, while also being far safer and more effective. We've already tested our system with key stakeholders, including the US Army. We're now conducting a 50-unit paid pilot nationwide this winter with major players, including municipalities and top ski resorts, and have already generated more than $10,000 in revenue. We're ultimately determined to transform the global de-icing industry, as well as develop efficiencies year-round as nests for the building envelope. Thank you.
Mindtrace was founded for the purpose of commercializing innovations to protect the neurosurgery patient's mind. And brain surgery is particularly scary because patients want to make sure they'll be the same person coming out of surgery that they were going in. For the 100,000 brain tumor and epilepsy patients each year in the US, 1 in 2 self-report a cognitive deficit, like a speech impediment, after surgery that negatively impacts their quality of life. At Mindtrace, we have developed software that will enable neurosurgeons to simulate surgical resection plans and predict cognitive outcomes all before the first incision. Our founding team of 4 is based at CMU, includes Brad, a tenured faculty member with expertise in brain and cognitive science, Hugo, a data scientist who graduated from CMU's computer science master's program, Raouf, an MD PhD candidate, and myself, Max, a recent MBA graduate. Our progress to date includes participating in 4 healthcare accelerator programs and raising $135,000 in non-dilutive funding. Ultimately, Mindtrace's goal is to help bring personalized precision medicine to every neurosurgery patient.
Hi, my name is Eleanor Hagland. I'm the CEO of Aspire 360. Have you ever wondered why, after accelerators, startup CEOs are expected to only rely on the advice of their investors and their employees, the people who are actively looking to them to lead the business? Now, imagine if startup CEOs could tap into the resources and experience of their peer CEOs and other successful entrepreneurs. We're serial entrepreneurs who have built what CEOs really want. A structured CEO community with serial entrepreneur coaches that actually helps them fundraise, find product market fit, and grow. Over the last year, we've grown from 1 to 12 coaches, partnered with VCs including Greycroft, Cowboy, and Inspired, and we've generated early revenue of over $40K. We are Aspire 360. Thank you for listening.
We have a global shortage of 2.4 million health professionals. Millions of diverse and compassionate future doctors, nurses, and PAs don't make it into medical programs. The problem is standardized tests. To beat the odds, students purchase study tools and look for mentors. But it's hard to find the right tools and the right people to guide you to success. GABA is a web-based career development platform and community that makes accessing the right people and the right tools as easy as 3 steps. Share, match, meet. Students share their desired career and service needs. Our proprietary algorithm then matches them to study tools and support services. They can then meet right on GABA's platform. To break into this $11 billion market, we have established 2 institutional partnerships, acquired over 400 users, and $316 in revenue on the market product launched January 2021. Funds used for this competition will go to complete an additional 300 hours of development and expand our digital marketing effort.
Pesticide pollution causes 200,000 deaths every year. Farmers spray about 50 times more pesticides than they need because the majority of what they spray simply bounces off of plant surfaces due to their natural water repellency. Over the past several years, we've developed a solution to this problem here at MIT. Our patented and food-safe additives and sprayers make pesticide sprays stick to plants. We've extensively field tested this technology and demonstrated enhanced crop protection and a 50% reduction in pesticide usage across a wide variety of crops. Our technology is also completely safe for the farmers, the crop product, and the environment. We sell both the sprayers and the additives, and farmers can see savings with us within the very first year, and we can boost farm profits by 25%. Our addressable market is worth $9 billion, and we have letters of intent for over 40,000 farm acres, and we're also securing paid pilots from some of the largest farms in the world. We are AgZen, and our mission is to eliminate pesticide pollution and help farmers save $20 billion a year.
Hello, my name is McKenna Hawes, and I'm the founder of C of E Athletics. Growing up on an island off the west coast of Canada, I grew up with the ocean in my backyard. I have firsthand seen the negative impacts single-use plastics have on our shorelines. I had a realization my freshman year. As an athlete, I'm constantly wearing activewear. The crazy thing is, almost all of this activewear is made from plastic. I thought, how cool would it be to upcycle single-use plastics into something functional I can wear in my everyday? This is where the idea of C of E Athletics formed. We take recycled plastic water bottles that would otherwise congest our landfills or end up on our shorelines destroying wildlife habitats. Instead, we repurpose them into our apparel. Additionally, we physically remove 1 pound of waste from our shorelines with every purchase. In our first year of sales, I'm proud to say we have risen above COVID-19 and have diverted over 170,000 plastic bottles from ending up on our shorelines. At C of E Athletics, we are determined to lead the industry in a more circular model. We are here to make waves, not waste. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nia Nguyen, co-founder of Lyra. We use AI-based lip reading software to help over 1 million Americans who become voiceless each year due to life-saving airway procedures and health systems that lose $12 billion a year in poor communication costs. Lyra promotes patient well-being and maximizes cost savings. Our software works bedside on any hospital smart device and translates an individual's facial motion immediately into speech. Competitors are limited to 20 sentences and 60% accuracy, which is not clinically translatable. Our team is diverse with MDs, PhDs, and MBAs, supported by a network of champions at UNC and Microsoft. 7 hospitals agreed to pilot our product this year. Lyra will be the first in the US to deliver lip reading technology for healthcare. We expect profitability by 2024, impacting over 250,000 lives. Join us today in building a world where all communication is realized, because your voice is our passion. Thank you.
Good evening. 10 million people in the world have had amputated their upper limb due to accidents, diabetes, cancer, and even war. The top 2 reasons for amputees not using an advanced prosthesis like this are high cost and reliance on muscle endings at the stump. Prosthetic arms are controlled by muscle signals. Only 20% of amputees have muscle endings to get activated their advanced prosthesis. This can cause extreme muscle fatigue and even heart decay over a period. I'm Manu Satyasai from Soulbots Technologies, Pitchpilani, Hyderabad, India. We have developed a unique patent-pending solution for prosthetic arms using a smart ring technology, the one I'm wearing today. This gives user total muscle independence. Our technology reduces the cost of processes up to 90% and works with most of upper extremity amputation cases. We are here to raise $700,000 to address a $3 billion prosthesis global market. Thank you.
QBuddy is solving the problem of loneliness and isolation. We're starting with women over 40 years old, specifically those that might be going through some major change or transition in their lives, who statistically show the highest rates for mental illness. Users sign up and provide some basic information about themselves, and based on their profile, they are recommended with clinically backed interactive exercises to help them navigate what they are going through alongside others in similar situations. Users can engage with, motivate, and support one another in a large community setting. We are like a Peloton for mental health. We charge just $50 a month, which is less than the average cost of a single therapy session, and we are working towards being covered under health insurance plans. Since launching our MVP, we've accumulated over 20,000 users in over 100 countries around the world and have been featured in the Washington Post, Time Magazine, and many more. The mental illness epidemic is only continuing to get worse, and so we're incredibly eager and passionate about solving this problem. Thank you.
It's been more than a year since the onset of the pandemic, and we're still unable to purchase a COVID-19 rapid test online or in a local pharmacy. Truth is, for most infectious diseases, you're probably going to have to visit the doctor's office to get tested. My name is Patrick O'Neill, graduate student at McGill University and co-founder of Elephant Medical, a Canadian health tech startup dedicated to bringing clinical testing out of the doctor's office and into the home. To address this unmet need, Elephant is developing the Compact, a single-use diagnostic device that connects our wireless biosensing technology to local telemedicine providers, all on a patient's smartphone. As of today, Elephant has raised over $300,000 to leverage the Compact for at-home testing of sexually transmitted infections. However, the big draw for virtual healthcare providers remains the platform's versatility. Beyond STIs, our core tech can be readily adapted for the detection of any infectious disease or biomarker of interest. The Compact empowers virtual healthcare providers with the missing piece they've sought for so long, a way to remotely diagnose patients in minutes that's seamlessly integrated with their treatment services. The best part is, it only costs $10 to make. What would you test for?
Ever wonder why it's so difficult to send money to another country? Just the other day, I wanted to send $50 to a friend in Myanmar who needed a little assistance. Bank wire fee, $25. Not that it would have even mattered, since she's one of nearly 2 billion people around the world who don't have access to banks. MoneyGram, Western Union, nope. Would have taken days. It wasn't a branch within a couple 100 miles, and the fees were ridiculous. A lot of things are difficult for us today, and sending money to friends or family member doesn't need to be one of them. If you've got a phone, you can have a mobile wallet. If you've got a mobile wallet, you can receive money, or you should be able to, but why not? It's because the mobile wallets aren't working together. We don't need another mobile wallet. What we need to do is connect the ones that exist. My name is Adam, and I started Almond Finance to make transfers across mobile wallets and borders possible. Whether you want to send money across town or across countries, to anybody, anywhere, anytime, now you can. We're launching our pilot in the next month. We could really use your help to make it a success. Thanks.
Phenologic is modernizing the indoor agriculture sector through hardware and software-enabled automation. Our smart fertigation systems are targeting the $120 billion market of legal cannabis cultivation, where 70% of commercial cannabis producers lack any fertigation technology and rely on manual labor. Current fertigation solutions are designed for mass agriculture and leave many gaps for cannabis producers. Without industry-specific precision, automation, and data analytics, commercial cannabis producers lose 25 to 50% of the potential profits. We're leveraging over 20 years of experience in engineering and commercial cannabis cultivation to modernize the fertigation process. Our systems utilize advanced data collection, machine learning, IoT capabilities, and superior user experience to help producers save time, money, and labor. Our team has worked with the largest cannabis operators in North America, including Crestfuel Labs, Grow Technologies, and Novo Inc. We've leveraged our experience to build strategic partnerships and raise $120,000 in pre-seed funding from these leading cannabis operators. We're thankful for the opportunity to participate in the RBPC and look forward to meeting more of you soon. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eli Zarino, and I'm a co-founder and the chief engineer with KegStand. We are a Boulder, Colorado-based startup that is redesigning the beer keg to be lighter and save brewers and distributors money on logistics. By using materials and processes originally designed for use on rockets and spacecraft, we were able to create a keg that is up to 40% lighter than its stainless steel competitor. This weight reduction translates to reduced shipping costs, less environmental impact, and fewer workplace injuries for brewers. Our product, the FiberLight Keg, will give craft brewers everywhere the freedom to focus less on packaging and more on creating the delicious beers that we all love.
Hello, my name is Jerry Zhang and the founder of Polaire. Polaire is developing the next generation of consumer-grade personal protective equipment against respiratory hazards. Through stakeholder interviews, we identified a need for a reusable face mask capable of adapting to wearer's environment. Our product, the Polaire mask, is a modular platform that enables you to magnetically swap attachments onto a comfortable silicone frame. We offer clear attachments providing an unobstructed view of the face and standard attachment capable of supporting any type of filter. We honed our design while competing in an international face mask design competition and won a $250,000 top prize. During this process, we partnered with Honeywell to fabricate an initial batch of Polaire masks, and we are currently optimizing our design for mass manufacturing. Although our product was developed in the context of preventing COVID-19 spread, it has significant potential after the pandemic. For instance, there is a growing market for anti-air pollution masks that is expected to reach $10 billion by 2025. We are seeking an additional $250,000 investment and advisors to help us commercialize our product and enter this market by the end of 2021.
Do y'all hear that? Hundreds of millions of people are grinding their teeth right now, as we speak, all across the globe. 40 million in the US alone. Current solutions are ineffective and comparable to wearing a tutor, and yet are being sold to the masses. Our solution will put an end to this. We've incorporated the best of three worlds, dental, tech, and neuroscience, to create one of the world's first smart night guards that will treat and reduce teeth grinding through biofeedback, also known as classical conditioning. This method has been proven in literature for 40 years, but no one has been able to put it in a commercializable form factor. That is, until now. As a result, people are still suffering from teeth grinding. And for what? RBPC, we need your help to get our solution in the mouth of every suffering adult right now. Thank you.
I'm Sophia, and I am CEO and a co-founder of Blip Energy. We are a young company focused on expanding consumer access to energy storage. Our smart battery provides 2.2 kilowatt hours of backup power that pays for itself in under 3 years by taking advantage of electricity rate changes throughout the day. By shifting household energy usage, Blip helps utilities reduce peak energy loads and at scale will reduce the need for dirty peaker plants. Despite renters comprising more than a third of US households, there's been a lack of innovation for these customers, and renters lack tools to control their energy usage without sacrificing quality of life. With folks increasingly working from home, home energy needs and electric bills are higher than ever. Our team, made up of engineers and business students, has designed a renter-friendly IoT smart battery that leverages second-life lithium-ion batteries to deliver our product at a price point 3 to 5 times lower than the closest competitor, all while diverting these batteries from the landfill where they often end up. Our goal is to democratize storage and give control back to our customers, no matter where they live.
Climate change is shaping up to be one of the greatest challenges facing our generation. Carbon emissions are out of control, with the automotive industry being one of the worst offenders, accounting for over a third of the US's annual carbon emissions. Flux Hybrids is working to change that. We've made a system that can convert any car into a plug-in hybrid that's twice as efficient, and it only takes a day to install. Our system is unique because it allows the car to run completely on electricity, while still having the gas engine available to soothe anyone's anxiety over range or charging. It does all of this at a price low enough that it'll pay for itself in savings in 65,000 miles of driving. So why do you care? Well, with your investment, we can continue working towards our goal of converting 1% of the over 8 million fleet vehicles in the US. If we succeed in hitting this goal, it'll reduce annual emissions by 382,000 tons and give us a valuation in the billions. If you want to learn more, visit us at fluxhybrids.com.
Machine learning is seen as an exponential growth driven by businesses that are trying to maximize their current data assets. However, such businesses are not using enterprise business monitoring tools that use data to understand their customers better and maximize revenue. The reason why is because these kinds of tools are still too complex and costly for many businesses to adopt. Howdy, my name is Frank, and I'd like to introduce AI Pal, a tool that integrates automation and explainability to allow domain experts to use machine learning regardless of their computer science experience. Our team has already created the most used AutoML system in GitHub with 250,000 downloads and our first paying customers. We ask for your support in our quest to make machine learning accessible to US businesses that need to adapt to the digital-first economy. Thanks, and Geekdom.
Welcome to Simple, the future of movement. So my name is Kunal Gandhi. I'm the founder and CEO, and Simple is an AI-enabled rehabilitation software specifically for people with back pain. I suffered from a bad back injury when I was 18 years old and still affects me to this day. Chronic back pain causes over $100 billion in direct spending in the US markets and also 11.4 workdays lost per person per year. So these individuals go to rehab, physical therapy, and they try to perform the exercises at home on their off days. However, 3 in 4 people actually perform those exercises incorrectly. So using Simple, we allow patients to use the computer vision and artificial intelligence technology to get real-time feedback about their exercise form. So now you don't have to worry about doing your exercises incorrectly. We also store biomechanics data to ensure that you progress your rehabilitation programs properly, efficiently, and safely. So, we thank you for your time. And again, welcome to Simple, the future of movement.
Hi, my name is David Mechanic. I'm the founder and CEO of Anthro Energy. Imagine if your smartwatch was as capable as your smartphone. Due to advances in computing and sensing, wearables have gotten very powerful. However, their performance is limited by their short battery life. At Anthro Energy, we've created a next generation of battery that is flexible, high performance, and safe. We can take these flexible batteries and integrate them into places such as the strap of a smartwatch or the seam of smart clothing to create a 3 to 5-fold increase in device battery lifetime. This is a game changer from wearables. And in our over 60 customer interviews, we've received an overwhelmingly positive response and 6 letters of intent to test our product in real devices. This technology was developed during my PhD at Stanford University and uses a proprietary polymer engineering approach that is not only safe and flexible, but also compatible with existing manufacturing techniques. We are excited to power the future of wearables and beyond. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I would like to introduce you to Land Maverick, the autonomous robot-as-a-service platform for smart golf course maintenance. These robots are able to go collect 20 times more data than industry-standard methods, which provides powerful insights to change water, fungicide, and fertilizer usage on these courses. Land Maverick is launching our first product in 2021. Our basic tier robot will be able to do the exact same soil tests that golf courses are currently doing by hand right now, except we're able to collect 20 times more data. Once our data is collected, it's integrated into our database and app, where we can earmark areas of the course that need immediate treatment and areas that need less treatment. But what Land Maverick offers these golf courses is not just financial benefits. We're also able to curb the emissions of these golf courses by an expected equivalent of 1.5 million pounds of CO2 per year.
Hi, I am Juan Munguia, an aeronautical engineer pursuing a master's on aerospace design from CETIS University, Campus Mexicali, and I'm the co-founder of M Aerospace RTC, an engineering company that focuses on the development of the first affordable large 3D metal system. After years of collaboration with the university, we put our 3D printing expertise to develop our proprietary augmented reality software called Armless 2.0 and our patent laser cladding technology to be able to monitorize in real time how parts are going to be 3D print, drill, inspect, and assemble, all in the same place without supports. On an industry with more than $90 billion US. We currently have more than 10 local customers having 2 prongs of revenue, which comes from our 3D printers and our 3D printing service. Thanks, hope to see you soon.
Those were some big ideas and brilliant startups. Founders, you've already impressed us with your presentations, startups, technologies, and creativity. I can tell it's going to be hard to decide who advances through the competition. Judges, you have 10 minutes to submit your scores before the judging portal is closed. On behalf of the entire Mercury Fund team, we're pleased to be a part of the 2021 Rice Business Bank competition.
Thanks, Samantha, and to everyone at the Mercury Fund. And thanks to the judges and to everyone else who is watching. Judges, we will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. for round 1 of the competition. Round 1 is open only to startups and judges. Judges, remember that you can sign on as early as 8:30 but make sure you are on no later than 9 so that you can watch all 6 startups in your flight. The winners of round 1, who will advance to the semifinals on Thursday, will be announced at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Everyone is invited to the final round on Friday for the competition at 9 a.m. and to the awards ceremony at 1:30 p.m., which you can watch live through YouTube or on our website at rbpc.rice.edu. You can also find a full schedule, including information on our startups and background on the competition there. Thank you for helping kick off the 2021 Rice Business Plan competition.